What's going on, everybody? We're back for another video. At time of recording, I'm not sure what we're actually going to call this one. Because let me tell you, there's quite a bit going on here with Betty. There's the ECU swap that we're in the middle of. We've got this alternator relocation bracket that we're building, so that way we can fit this big ol' electric fan that we're modifying. Also, that way we can get back to, oh wait, I forgot. See, there's so much going on that I forgot. We also have open cooling that we're converting to. Whee! So yeah, there's quite a bit going on, huh? So I'm thinking that since I'm having a hard time following what's going on, well, maybe you, the viewer, might be having a hard time following what's going on. So let's kind of take a second in here to talk about Betty. This is Betty, my '89 Jeep Comanche. I already forgot how old she is, but she's my Jeep Comanche. She's a real wonderful girl. The main goal here is to teach myself how to tune, because I've got a 2JZ engine sitting over in the corner here that I'd really like to swap into this old girl. You know what I'm saying? The reason that I actually switched to open cooling is because I have a feeling that I'm inevitably going to, get her a little hot while tuning. And it's going to be a lot easier to put in new coolant, if it's an open cooling system versus closed. See, I figure since I don't actually know that much about tuning cars, there's a very high probability that I'm going to blow this engine up. Again, I've got the 2JZ already, so it's not really a big loss. But, a nice 2J is a little expensive compared to an old Jeep motor. I think you can pick, I saw a kind of meh quality engine on Facebook Marketplace, Jeep 4-liter, and it was like a couple $100. So, that's 10 times cheaper than a 2JZ for $2,000, And $2,000 is probably on the low end for a 2J motor. Hoo-wee! Hell, the turbo kit that I bought for the 2J was more than that. It was like $1,000. So anyways, that's a little side tangent about the future. We're here now in the thick of all this madness. So, we've got the ECU swap for the Jeep 4-liter. That's already underway. In one of my videos, at the end of one of the videos, I actually kind of snuck in starting this engine up and, proving that, hey, everything is working. We aren't that bad at this. We can at least get it started, right? Oh, man. So now we just got to follow through on all the other little accessory mods that I'm doing to just support the silly tuning adventure. So the E-fan itself, this big old thing, it is cut down to size and ready to get actually mounted in place. The big thing that we'll have to worry about at that point will be, well, cramming it in here, of course, but the fan shroud. If you don't know, well, let me tell you, fan shrouds are pretty dang important. Luckily, because of my 3D printers, it's going to be, fairly easy, at least in my head, to make a fan shroud, so no worries there. Awesome possum. We can get that going, no problems. And we've already got a belt sitting here ready to go, so that way we can figure out how to actually route things around the fan. So all of the necessary parts for the open cooling, we got the heater core tubes and the adapters needed for those. We're ready to go on that. I'm hoping we'll do that in this video. And then the overflow bottle is something that we're going to have to figure out and kind of meander somewhere in place. So the open cooling shouldn't be too bad. That, just a few tubes and clamp them on down, fill her up with some radiator fluid, whatever, coolant. Then let's see. Oh yeah, the fan itself, there's gonna be a little bit of work that we gotta do, you know, just to make it fit and actually wire it up to a switch. That switch will be mounted in the cabinet, which I don't know if you saw this, but we actually, you know, took most of the interior out of this Jeep. The alternator itself, we got to finish wiring that up. I mean, it's, you know, just now going into its final resting place, so we'll actually be able to do that now. That's pretty big. And I'm also just now realizing that I gotta actually check and make sure that the hood will close with this alternator in place. So that's a little bit scary. So I guess we're just gonna get into it. Like I said, it's gonna be a bit of a hodgepodge of a video. Hopefully all that I just babbled off kind of makes some sense. Otherwise, just keep watching and you'll see it as it comes. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody who's been watching. There's been some comments and it's been great. I got a little bit of motivation from y'all and everything. I just really appreciate you big time. It's very exciting. Let's see if this hood closes, and if it does, maybe we'll just do some easy stuff really quick, you know? Freaking hey! Woohoo! We don't really suck at this. So let's see. For the belt, we got to cut off this much. Well, I mean, you know, it's not like you can cut a belt and then reassemble it. You know, if I've got an old belt here, I have no qualms about cutting it. You know, I got plenty of belts laying around. We're going to cut this one so that way I can get an exact measurement that I need of how long the belt should be, and then I turn that into an actual part number. Basically, I'm going to end up using a belt from a different vehicle, right? Alrighty, belt cut, dude. I wish that there was a better camera angle that I could get for y'all here. But basically, we need it to be right there. So I wrap a little bit of tape around. Okay, we're gonna just wrap too much tape around. And bada bing, bada boom. We need a belt that is this long. That's a very short belt. Hopefully I can find a belt this long. I think I can. I know I can. You know what I'm saying? It's a joke. It's the little shark that, the little train that could. So now we can move on to some of the easier stuff, i.e. routing some tubes. Cool. This is getting good, you know? It's coming together. It looks nice. Okay, it doesn't look nice. It looks super redneck, but I live for redneck debauchery. On to the next easy to do piece. We got some tubes for the actual heater core. Not that I've got a blower motor for the heater, because I ripped the whole interior out, but, you know, I will someday. And of course, because I've called this easy, I'm now going to have a hard time actually getting this tube onto the other tube. Starting with the hose clamp, because you don't want to forget hose clamps. And with this piece specifically between the alternator and the outlet tube, that thing is always a pain on these Jeeps, dude. Always. Okay, no, alternator's got to come off. There we go. There we go. All right, that's one hose. I got hose in different area codes. And I already forgot the hose clamp. This tube went on a lot easier than the other two, which just shows how rotted out this thermostat housing is. So I had mentioned this in one of my previous videos that the outlet off the thermostat is 3/4 and then it goes into the heater core at 5/8 and then comes out of the heater core at 3/4 and comes back into the water cooling system at 5/8. So that's why we've got adapters. Some more hose clamps. So we're going to cut these tubes down to size. There we go. Yeah. Getting a forearm workout from all this wrenching today. Heck yeah. Well, if I cut it too short, I still have a bigger piece that I just cut off. So that's good news, right? Oh, I actually might have cut it too long. No, it should be good. We'll do just a smidge them off. Just a smidge them. Hey, that's pretty good. Oh wait, let's do the one on the bottom first, so it's easy to get to. See, this one I might have cut too short. Son of a biz. Nah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Heck yeah, dude. There we go. Yeah, that'll be great. It's gonna be great. Boom, factory. Right? That's factory, dude. That's factory. Yeah, that's great. Honestly, that's pretty great. Pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm really happy with this. It could have turned out a lot worse. Pretty sure I've done worse previously. So this is, look at this. Upgrades. There we go. Well, there it is, y'all. We have the alternator in its final resting place. Hopefully I don't have to undo it again. And we got the heater core all routed and looking good. Honestly, the only thing left to do now is buy that belt, the relays, and solder some stuff up for the fan. I think there actually might be a little more cutting to do for the fan to get it to fit properly, but that's not going to be very entertaining. I'll link the part number for the fan in the description down below, and if you decide to go this route, you're going to just kind of have to cut small little chunks off the fan, test fit, small little chunks, test fit, small little chunks, test, you know, you get my point here. It's a very slow and painstaking process. I wish I could just create some, 3D printed jig that would tell you, oh, this is exactly how much you have to cut off, but I just don't have that level of engineering skills yet. My apologies. Maybe someday soon, but definitely not when I release this video. This video was a little bit of a hodgepodge, just kind of figuring it out as we went. Like I said, I didn't really know what all I was going to have done for this video, so gosh, I'm sorry if it was boring as heck, but this is just part of it working on your vehicle, Sometimes it's not all glitz and glamour. Sometimes it's turning a bunch of wrenches on some gosh dang hose clamps because you can't get naturally fitted hoses that downstep from 3/4 to 5/8, and that's my rant on that. Hey, I really appreciate you. Thanks for watching. I hope you get out there, explore the world. If not, work on your Jeeps. That way you can get out there and explore the world. Teach yourself something new, make some mistakes, and most importantly, be good to each other.